There's one thing I wish I knew when I started my crypto journey, and that is, what does smart money care about? And folks, I have found the answer. Smart money cares about crypto projects with real profits, and I know this sounds crazy, positive cash flow, and they say this is going to dominate later this cycle. I totally agree. It doesn't all have to be dog-themed coins and ape PFPs. Well, institutional giants are hunting for these revenue-generating ventures, not speculative meme coins. There's several projects that have already hit $100 million in revenue this year. And we also have this from Matthew from Block Strategy. He is a registered investment advisor, friend of the channel. Here's some financial advice. Focus on buying assets that produce that beautiful thing called revenue. I know it sounds crazy, everybody. So we're looking at 3 tokens that generate revenue, and my third pick is a sneaky pick underneath the radar, but it is on this list. All right, so the first thing we're going to look at is DeFiLlama.com. You go to DeFiLlama.com. They have tons and tons of tools. Highly recommend it for new crypto traders. And you can just see here, they have a fees revenue tab, and that's what we're going to be looking at. And we are filtering this by 30-day revenue. So you can see right here, over the past 30 days, Ethereum and Lido DAO have generated the most revenue. But we want to go the more speculative projects with the higher upside. And so we're going to look at 2 very popular projects before we go the sneaky pick, and that is Uniswap and Radium. Now, Uniswap doing fantastic. They've pulled in nearly $50 million in the past 30 days. And Radium, no slouch, they've pulled in $45 million in the last 30 days. So let's look at Uniswap. Let's dive into the charts here. Now, Uniswap actually looks like it may be testing the bottom of a trend line, but way, way below its all-time high when we were above $40 back in 2021. Now, you go to market cap, you can see there's been some slight token inflation, but most of the tokens are out. We got about 75% of the billion tokens have been released here. But let's go back to the price. Let's talk about Uniswap. Uniswap, if you don't know, it is the #1 DEX for Ethereum trading. I use it all the time. Love Uniswap here. Just be careful and make sure you trade on the real Uniswap. Now, Uniswap in the charts, it's looking pretty good, folks, and I'm going to show you something on the Fibonacci that just left me in shambles. Now, here is a trend line dating all the way back to November of 2023. So this is a, about 10-month long trend line, and we've been respecting this trend line very, very well, and you see we bounced off it right there. But let me show you this in the Fib, and we're going to go from the swing high to the swing low over here, and let's go ahead and draw that out. This was shocking, folks. Now, make sure I line that up correctly. Look how this is respecting these fib levels. This 382 acted as support several times here. And prior to that, the 0.5 area also acted as support. But more importantly than that, the 236 has just been respected like nothing I've ever seen, folks. Let's go ahead and stretch this out and look. And you can actually see a little confluence between the trend line and the fib extension right here. So my predictions for Uniswap is maybe not the best time to buy right now. I think we're going to test the bottom of the 236 again, and I think you're going to have another good opportunity. So maybe, let me just warn you here. We wicked pretty far below there, wicked a little bit below there, wicked barely at all below there, and then basically bounced off the line. So maybe it doesn't quite wick to the line, but maybe, a hair below $7. The line is right there at 683. So if you want to get in at, 687, 695, we're not going to be mad at you. In fact, if you just want to market buy at $7, I'm not going to be mad at you there. But when it comes to taking profits, do I want to take the profits at the 382, at the 0.5, or the 618, or wait for new all-time highs? Well, looking at this chart, I can't help but think 618 is going to be the point to, maybe take some profits. I think if you sell here, you might end up missing out on some gains, kind of coming back down to test, and then we just shot up straight to the 618 in the past. So I'm kind of predicting something similar. Maybe we cool off here for a period, maybe bounce there for a few candles, and then, off to the races. Now we're looking at 4-hour charts. But if we go to the daily, you can see the same thing here. So, wick up to the 618 there. So that'd be where I'd be looking to take some profits. Probably wouldn't wait till, $11.98. Maybe a hair below $11.84, $11.75, somewhere around there. I think there's going to be a healthy profit there. Now, if we look, what kind of return is that? It is a 50% pump to get to the 618. So these are levels I'd be a buyer for Uniswap. I'd at least want to hit this trend line, or, if you want to be more conservative, wait till we hit the 236. And then I think, you're going to have some pretty good opportunities. Now let's look at the second coin, and that's going to be Radium. Now, Radium's tail is basically broken down by this. You can see the price. we're way lower, man. Oh my God, look at all the upside. Well, let me show you something. When you click on market cap, those gains disappear very quickly. In fact, I want to show you this. In the past, we were right around $15, and then we had a nice little wick up there right around $16. And so when the price was going up $1.50, the market cap was actually doubling. So when the coin went from $15 to $16.50, we went from a little above 500 million to over $1 billion market cap. So the tale for Radium is going to be there's been just massive token inflation when it comes to this token. Now, Radium has a pretty good trend line as well. You can see we've been respecting this trend line pretty well. Am I a buyer of Radium right here? Well, folks, I am not. I actually think you want to come back and test this trend line yet again. You can see, come back down, fake like we weren't going to touch it. Oh, yeah, we're not touching that trend line. We're not coming down, and then end up coming back down. So this would be the area I would be looking to buy. Maybe wait for a 10, 15, 20% correction, depending on how quickly it drops, if it does drop. Now, where would I want to take some profits if I were to be a buyer at that level? I think just coming around to this point of control would be a good exit strategy here. You can see, we used $2.50 as support, came back down to about $2.30 for support, and we rejected off around near those levels as well. So you could wait till we go above $3. Know if that's going to be the move. I would maybe just want to, take an exit around 250 and then put it in the faster horse. But what is that fastest horse? Told you it was on this list. Let me know what you think it should be, and I'm going to tell you what I think it should be. It is Aerodrome, everybody. This is the #1 decentralized exchange on Base. This is basically the Uniswap for Base. Now, we look at Aerodrome. Well, it is down considerably from its all-time high around $2. Now I feel like the reversal is in the cards. And Aerodrome, I'm not excited because of TA. I'm not excited about it because of Fibonacci extensions. I'm excited about it because of Coinbase. Coinbase Ventures buying 5 million tokens of this project here, continue to purchase Aerodrome through different wallet addresses. Big shout out to Nansen. Nansen found the data here and revealed that they've accumulated 4.7 million tokens worth almost $3 million. Probably leading to the 15% pump we've seen this week. So they continue to purchase massive amount of tokens since they revealed that the investment firm bought Aero tokens on the market. Now, I looked at that tweet when they revealed it. That was all the way back in February 26. The Base Ecosystem Fund, led by Coinbase Ventures, was launched to invest in the next generation of projects building on Base. Aerodrome is my favorite project building on Base. Nansen, just started tweeting about this. Since they announced that they market acquired these tokens, they found the address that made the purchase. So Nansen put on their little blockchain sleuth detective hat, pretended to be Sherlock Holmes, and then they found the wallets, everybody. But if you don't know when they're buying, you don't have the complete story here. And this is tweeted out yesterday. They are still buying. Guess what? They've continued to buy. But wait, there's more. Large entities use individual trading vaults to build a position in a token. The one that Coinbase just used added a further 1.5 million tokens worth nearly $1 million. The last batch of buys were made about a week ago here. You can see, they purchased some tokens, took profit, purchased tokens, sold some, purchased tokens, sold some. So I am a little bit worried if they're going to sell some to make some profit there. But if I had to guess, are they going to long-term accumulate or long-term dump? Well, folks, I think I'm actually going to say they're going to long-term accumulate. There are the rumors that because BlackRock is involved with Coinbase, via investing in Coinbase via IPO for their holders. Also, you have BlackRock using Coinbase for their Bitcoin custodian here. And there's rumors that, BlackRock might be, entertaining the idea of, being some of the backers around Aerodrome as it grows. Again, these are all just rumors. But if we go into the DeFi Llama stats here, total value locked is $500 million. When you see its market cap is less than $500 million, makes me pretty bullish on this project. Plus, they do have fairly substantial fees here, looking like they're going to pull in $30 million. But the fees are going to be heading up and to the right in the long term, if you were to ask me. So you can see we're in a little bit of a dip for the fees, but I think we're going to have another bullish period for Aerodrome. So Aerodrome is my sneaky pick. If I were to be a buyer, I don't hate buying at these levels. If you look at the 3-month chart, looks like a pretty good opportunity right there. If you look at the max chart, we have pulled back a healthy amount. We got a pretty good bounce. If we go down to another level, guess what? I'm just going to be buying more. So Aerodrome, 62 cents. I don't hate buying at this level. And in fact, if you don't want to take profits for, say, 12, 18 months, that might be a great strategy as well. So that's all I got. That's just the thing I wish I knew when I started my journey The big whales, the smart money, the BlackRocks, the Coinbase Ventures, they care about the projects that generate revenue. I think the next big wave for this bull run is going to be the tokens that actually make money for the institutions. And so these are three, I would have on my radar. Aerodrome, probably the one I'm most bullish on. I'm DZ, and hopefully I see you and your money making cryptos at the top.